Welcome everybody to Shitty Cowboys. Sorry for the hiatus. A lot of shit has happened in the last I think it's been 2 months. Sean, you missed it when we were getting set up. I was mentioning to Gerundu that episode 1 of this adventure actually was February 6th. That's when this adventure started, this one shot. So yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been about 4 months now. But this is going to be the finale tonight for sure. Like no matter what, this is where it will happen. So, speaking of, how about we have somebody recap this adventure and what we've been doing tonight?
Well, I have no idea. We got recruited for a job way back in West Hatter, where we was gonna go capture some guy named Clark Brenner from. He was a real bad man. I can't remember exactly what he did.
Yeah.
he was a bad guy.
So he's a very bad guy because he effectively has taken over the town of Wisp Gulch. Started with, buying and putting money in the right pockets until eventually now he effectively runs the entire town. He runs the, the constables, security, the really just mercenaries. He even funded the creation of that lightning rail that you all ran or rode after the.
Well, I was going to get to that part.
Yeah. So, but what he did do is that kind of drew the eye of Silas, who has recruited you. Is he murdered one of Silas's friends, and of course her name was Bravia, and she was a small business owner in Wisp Gulch, and that's what he kind of drew the line for Silas.
This Silas Fetter, he said that we looked handy in a fight. We had a rip-roaring bar fight up there in West Tyler. He saw that and said, "You guys look pretty handy. You want to do a job?" And we said, "All right, why not?" He told us all about this asshole who needed bringing to justice. We rounded up his posse, which consists of Twang, a Kenku instrumentalist who communicates via music, and also a warforged named Doc, who is a medic. We picked up Doc from a halfling village that was besieged by dinosaurs. We did various acts of heroism, rescued most of the village, apart from them fellers who had got trampled to death in stampede, but most of them survived. And then we jumped on the lightning train. Well, we didn't jump on. We boarded like normal folk with tickets and all. But we realized we had to prevent further bad man from coming to back up this Brenner feller. So we, through a series of events, detached the train from the passenger cars, and long story cut extremely short, we are now on our way into Wisp Gulch on the commandeered train. Songs, as I believe they say in France, a whole bunch of banditos who was in the rear carriages.
Yeah,
that about cover it?
That was very good, and I love that when you got to the part about dinosaurs, Sean was looking at you like you were describing a fever dream. I don't think Sean remembered the dinosaurs that happened probably 3 months ago.
Several months ago, yeah.
I remember the last bit. That's it.
The train was.
Might I add that we had a real fucking good plan, and it came off real nice. I was very impressed.
It was strange that it actually just all worked, and it was a very, very fun session. Yeah, so I'm trying to think of any holes we need to fill in. You mentioned you were still on the train. We ended with after you guys got just to the outskirts of Wisp Gulch. You did stop the train and got off. I was trying to think of the train word for get off. Deboard. I don't.
We disembarked, alighted
from the train, and Silas had arranged, and there was a couple horses there waiting for you all. So you guys
We're gonna need more than two.
Yeah, there's more than two.
It's all right then. We're gonna have to double up.
So you guys are able to go into Wood Squelch now on horseback instead of on this train engine by itself. And yeah, I think that about covers it. So we're here to find Brimmer and bring him to justice. And with that, we will get into it with Silas with his lovely voice that doesn't hurt my throat at all.
Mellifluous. I say you got a mellifluous voice, boy.
He says, "Oh, okay, now we just need to head over to the...
That's them dulcet tones, I remember.
By the way, it is now, sun is setting. It is a hazy, like almost blood red sky at the moment. All right, we need to head to the Pinchy Fidget. That's where we're going to meet up with our contacts, and Bravia's, it's a shop she used to own, and it's really the only place we can trust that we're not going to be overheard by Bremen's man while we formulate our plan. Here, just follow me, just kind of lay low. Look inconspicuous." And he's just riding his horse through these streets, and it's weird because it's not as western as West Hollow, as in there is a lot more kind of like steampunk-y technology here. You guys are the only ones on horseback that you can see. Everybody else, they've got these weird steampunk-looking, like mechanical. You might picture them as horses. They kind of look. They would look more like motorcycles to other people. So you five are the only people on horseback at the moment as you wind down these streets.
You know, I don't reckon much to these. What is these things? Some kind of wheeled contraption. Making a lot of noise.
They call them steam cycles.
Steam cycles.
I'll be right back in 1 sec.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, Sean, I'll just hold a conversation here with.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about these steam cycles for a minute.
Sean, just make sure you duck behind in the alley when you're gonna drop your britches and take a shit there, boy. I don't want to get the local constabulary on your back. Anyhow, what was he saying about the steam cycles?
Yeah, some new inventions that Brimmer's been cooking up lately.
What do they run on, like farts or something? It smells real awful.
You put some coal or some oil, anything you can burn. You can put some wood if you chop it up enough.
My lord, that ain't no good for the environment at all.
No, look at this place. And at that is the first time you really realize that, like, Jambalaya would probably have... Oh, by the way, I've got you backwards on the layout. Jambalaya would have probably noticed...
Oh, my goodness, that's wrong.
Pretty,
I ain't Sean.
Pretty early on that, you know, with him not being a huge fan of cities, yeah, you would probably realize that, like, this is probably the worst city you've ever been in. And it's pretty musky. God, what's the... smog. There's some smog hanging low in the air. Like, it's even kind of hard to breathe. Like, it's not a great place.
Are you telling me people live here?
Well, yeah, it didn't used to always be like this before Brimmer came in and started with his steamwork inventions and started chopping down the forest and just burning everything he could get his hands on to fuel off his contraptions.
I'll tell you what, I think I'm liable to get black lung just from looking at the place.
That's a very serious condition we have here. How'd you know about that?
Well, I spent some time around a bunch of different feathers out west. Mostly of disreputable sort, but there's one feller. Can't remember his name now. I think his name was Arturo or something like that. Anyhow, Blackman got him in the end. Sean, you still sitting out there, boy? Oh yeah, it's them beans.
Yeah.
Them trail beans, it just runs right through them. I told him, I said, you can't eat all them beans in one go. Supposed to like boil them first. He just eating like hard, dry beans. I told him not to.
I saw him on the train.
You can hear him behind them trash cans. They're just pellets, dry beans just explode out of his butthole like buckshot, like a 10 gauge just went off.
Sorry, boys.
Well, you
Oh, he's
should be,
back.
Sean. That's absolutely disgusting. You
We
pull up
can
them
smell
bitches
it.
and get out of that alley.
Yeah, I saw you eating all those beans on the train, and I was thinking, I think you're supposed to cook those.
Just dry beans. I mean, they're just going to come out like buckshot. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, we could hear that hitting the cobblestones back here. It was a little worrisome. Anyway, here we are. We're at the Pinchy Fidget. And you're standing outside. What this building actually looks like it probably could fit into West Hollow. This one is a full-on wooden front. It's sandwiched kind of between these two buildings that, those look a little bit more modern. They're made out of stone instead of the wood, and it's got a close sign on the front door. It's alright, we can just go in. They're not talking to us, I don't think. And Silas opens the door and leads you all in. Inside, you see what looks like it's a really small bar tap room. Used to be a tavern that is obviously closed down now that Bravia has been killed. But behind the counter, there are two women. One, they're both humans, both female, and one of them leads the way and comes up to Silas. Okay, I know Doc, I know Twang. Who are these two, Silas?
Yeah, Penny was spam calling me, so
No props.
she
I
would
just
not
said-
stop 3 times in a row.
I just told everyone you was ever to call on nature.
Kids. Well, yeah, these are the two. I told you I was going to bring some muscle so that we could deal with Brimmin. This here is Sean Marston. Sean.
Howdy.
And then this here is John
Don't forget my
Bellion.
voice.
That's the first-
Howdy.
It comes and goes, depends on whether he's had his medicine.
Oh,
But yeah.
is Adam cutting out for you?
Yeah, it was a little bit there. So you were
Are
saying,
you plugged in, Adam?
uh-oh.
Huh. It all looks good down here. Oh no, what's going
Oh
on?
my, what on earth's going on here? I pulled the old switcheroo. My goodness me. That's me? Yeah. All right. Well, these are the. Well, I guess that means subtlety probably can just be thrown out the window then. I mean, how do you want to proceed, Silas? This is your show. All right. I don't know. Well, I understand what you are driving at, and in any case, I mean, the other option is we run out the back, I suppose. But they're going to be in here in a second.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. And just gonna.
At that,
shoulder my rifle.
Yeah, and at
fire
that,
through the traps.
The door now splinters open with a second slam, and the person who slammed into it actually hits the floor and is laying like kind of prone on the smashed up, broken pieces of the door. But behind him, you see 3 other gentlemen that you can tell just from their garb, from their kind of stances and posture and how they carry themselves, that they look like they're probably some sort of mercenaries. And they, 2 of them are holding torches and short swords. The other ones don't have torches, but they've got hip hand crossbows and some swords drawn, besides the guy that's laying on the floor. Let's go ahead and roll initiative, because it looks like they are done trying to persuade this group. And I'm going to do, there's 2 different kinds. Whoa! Sean Marston comes back from a 3-month break with a nat 20. Okay, I'm going to do 2 different groups, because there's 2 that are definitely like the leaders of this group, and then 2 that are not as high of ranking. Okay, so we will do Sean Marston. Wow, and you've got a +6 to initiative, Sean Marston.
That's right.
So we'll do Sean Marston, the leaders, Jambalaya Pendergrass, the others, and then after Jambalaya Pendergrass, I'm actually gonna have the Silas and Twang take their turns. Doc does not. I don't remember, since it's been so long.
He's a pacifist, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember if you guys have gotten into a fight while Doc has been around, but if so, you
on the
notice
train
that,
we did, but he just like hung back.
Yeah, he doesn't really. That's not really his jam. Okay, so Sean Marston, 1 dude currently prone on the door. You know, you can tell that he's going to be starting to get to his feet. 3 people behind him, all piling into this room, shouldering past into the place.
Well, I'm gonna shoot the first one right in the face.
The one on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm trying to remember how ranged attacks with prone people work. I think that's disadvantage, right?
Yeah, so how does that work?
So because he's laying down, it's actually kind of it kind of makes sense to me if the person's like further away, right? Like if they're far away laying down, you would have disadvantage on that.
If someone's like literally falling on their face at your feet and you're shooting at them with a revolver, I don't see how
you're going to hit them.
Disadvantage on that. If anything, I would think it would be easier.
That's what. And now an attack roll against the creature has disadvantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, so this is how they do it. Okay, so D&D Beyond, D&D did do a really smart rule. So it's an attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet. Otherwise, the attack roll is disadvantage. So because Sean Marston could just walk up fucking shoot this guy right while he's on the ground, he would have that advantage. Now, Sean, it's been a while. I don't remember if you've got the feat that makes your range attacks not disadvantage at close range. You know what I'm talking about, Gerundu?
Point blank shot, something like that.
I don't have that.
Okay, so we'll just do a flat roll then, because you should have disadvantage for firing at melee range, but he's on the ground, so you should have advantage.
Well,
So they'll
I'm gonna
cancel
shoot
out.
this guy in the back of the head twice. 2 times.
Jeez. A 25 and a 12. So let me see. I should probably have some stats pulled up. I knew I had D&D Beyond pulled up for a reason, and I couldn't remember why, and I closed out of it. Now I remember why. Okay. So first shot will hit, second shot will not. Maybe the recoil. Well, you got 2 guns, right? So the second gun, you're gonna miss with. But holy cow, that is going to be 11 points of damage. I don't remember why it has 2 different ones.
One's a different range.
Okay, so it'll be we'll take the 11 then. So yeah, you fire off, and you were aiming for the head, but you get lower down on his torso, like up back across his shoulders, and you get him. You got anything else you would like to do?
Can I do something else?
I don't remember what all Sean Marston can do.
Action surge. I'm gonna shoot him again.
Hit him again.
See.
God dang.
Take that.
What was that?
Pow,
That was
pow.
a 21 for
21.
6 more points of damage. Yep. It's gonna hit. Yeah. So you just fire 3 shots at this dude. 2 of them hit. Okay. Well, now it is his turn. He is going to stand to his feet and focusing on the dude who just shot him almost 3 times. He's going to pull out this schimitar. I've never known how to say that word. He's gonna make
Scimitar.
He's gonna make 2 swings at you, Sean Marston. First one was a 10 to hit, cool, and a 13.
Let me see here. That's a miss.
So he's he's probably still a little focused on these fucking 2 bullet holes he's got in him. He swings wildly these two attacks, and yeah, that's all that one's got. Another one is the second one that was in line coming into the room. He's gonna burst in, and he's gonna see that Jambalaya has shouldered his rifle, so he's gonna charge up towards Jambalaya and kind of do the same thing. But he's gonna have one hand with the scimitar and one hand with the dagger, and he's going to kind of do this flurry of movement and flurry of blows with an 11 and a 15. Does a 15 hit Jambalaya?
Nope.
How did I do a 10, 13, 11, and 15 in a row? These guys aren't looking super tough anymore.
What's your armor class?
16. To the chainmail poncho.
Mine's 14.
Oh my god, they almost got you, Sean.
We can get us some better armor. I'm sure we can get some
Yeah.
light stuff or something that's enchanted or something better than this.
Yeah.
Absolutely fuck all. This is what
I'm
you
naked
got right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Cotton shirt.
All right, so Jambalaya, I do believe that means that it's your turn.
All right, well, you son of a bitch. You're trying to cut me up with your goddamn knives. I guess I'll take the disadvantage on my rifle. Fire my rifle into melee at this guy.
Okay.
But I'm also going to take my sharpshooter feat and take a minus.
Oh my god, so you're...
I'm going to take a minus. Well, I figured, right, like we're at a little bit of realism here, because if I'm firing in a melee, then I ain't going to take a +8 to shoot anyway, right? Because he's up in my grill. So I'll take the extra risk and then roll it twice for disadvantage anyway. But if I hit, because I'm shooting at point blank range, it's going to real fucking hurt. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll see how this pans out. Now, this don't work properly on beyond 20, so I'm going to do this manually. D20 plus 3. Well, goddamn, that's a 5, so I guess I don't need to roll that twice.
You rolled a 5?
It was 5 total. 2
Sorry.
plus 3.
I accidentally clicked print on my stat document while I was looking for Twing stats, and now my whole shit has locked up, so I'm waiting for that. Yeah, that's gonna be a big miss. What's that look like, Jambalaya?
Well, I guess it just explodes. The rifle goes off. There's an enormous cloud of smoke, and the bullet just smashes into the door frame, I guess. Just whistles past his ear.
Okay.
Goddamn.
Well, Silas is then up, and Silas is going to... so if you remember, Silas kind of has those dual hand crossbows, and he's... Who would he attack? Let's see. He'd probably shoot the 2 that are on you guys already. So he's going to do that. He's going to shoot one at the one that's on Sean Morrison, one at the one on you, Jambalaya.
Please help. That was embarrassing.
It's a plus 6 to hit.
I swear that's never happened to me before. I never go off prematurely.
Wow. Now, see, this is going to be a good roll 20 night for you guys. Maybe not necessarily for me, because both of those hits are actually going to hit. Which means it's going to be a d6 plus 4 for each damage. So each of these bad boys are going to take... the one on Sean Morrison is going to take 7. The one on Jambalaya is going to take 5. So, of course... Sean Morrison's one is the one that's got bullet wounds and the bigger shot taken out of him.
I mean, I shot him in the back of the head twice. I don't know how he's still going.
Twang is going to draw a short bow, and it is the shortest short bow you all have ever seen. It's like it's kind of cute. It's like a foot long. He's gonna draw it back and shoot the one at Jambalaya, since it looks like he needs a little bit more help. And it's gonna be 22 to hit for 9 piercing damage. Wow, I think that might be the most damaging shot of the night.
Well, I was gonna mock your the size of your instrument there, but you did better than that, dude. I guess. I guess it ain't the size that counts.
Well, the other 2 mercenaries are now going to see. You don't think that they were expecting you all in here. They were definitely thinking that they were going to find these 2 barkeeps in here by themselves, like they have been throughout the day. And now all of a sudden they realize that they are confronted with 5, but Doc isn't really doing anything. Adventurers. They are going to... one of them's going to chuck their torch behind the bar. Let's see how good the throw. Oh no, he tries to chuck it behind the bar. Ooh, a 4. If it was a nat 1, I would have probably had it like hit one of the others, but we'll just have it we'll have it just land right on top of a table and like stop perfectly before it even hits the floor. The other one is then going to try to chuck his behind the bar. 9. Okay, that one gets a little bit closer to the bar, but it still doesn't make it like too behind the bar where all the alcohol and everything is. But this one is on the floor up against the front of the bar. Definitely looks like it's going to start spreading here soon. And then they are going to... So that's kind of a bonus action. They're looking... Those 2 are looking kind of scared. they're gonna shoot light crossbows at Silas. Just because he's you know, I think he's kind of been whoa, one was a nat 20. Oh, that's gonna be, both are gonna hit. One's gonna hit for only 2 points of damage, which is kind of insane that it could even be that low. The other one's gonna be for 13 points of damage though, for a total of 15. Let's see how Silas is looking. Silas is looking okay. He's not looking terrible. All right, back up to Sean Marston.
I'm gonna stab someone in the face
Is anybody?
2 times. I can't even remember.
Who's nearest?
I'm guessing the
One stab, I
dude.
think.
I'm guessing the person that's on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna take him and stab him where I shot him.
Okay. By the way, Polar.
Make sure them wounds get worse, boy.
What are these rolls, dude?
What? I didn't see it. I was reading.
That's a 25.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah, and you got another one.
Hey, man, we crit on 19s now. Remember?
Oh.
So that's a crit.
Yep.
Because
Like,
of the Spirit of the Untamed West.
a
That's
crit.
gonna hit 2, isn't it?
No, that one's just gonna miss. But you can go ahead and roll another D4 of damage for that crit. Polar Knight said, "Sweet Jesus, it is the perfect evolution of beards."
Yeah, on our spare time, we're a ZZ Top tribute act.
Sean's been growing
So
his since the
D4?
last episode,
Dude, I've been growing this for like 6 months.
which was about the last episode.
Yeah, probably. Oh, 4. What's up?
Oh my gosh, dude! Sean's rolls are on
Nice.
fire tonight. 11 points of damage. This thing is
How is he not dead?
He's officially bloodied. He is definitely looking bad, but he was a beef boy.
Beef boy.
Okay, Sean,
Sexy beef boy.
he is. This guy is fucking gorgeous. By the way, if that's gonna make you feel any worse about carving him
He's
up.
gorgeous.
Yeah, he's a very
My
handsome
goodness.
man. He's a very handsome man.
Sorry, buddy.
Okay. Well, speaking of the gorgeous man, he is going to get to go next. It's not indicative of his personality. He's just a very good-looking man.
Just a handsome feller. Handsome
I,
asshole.
I think people think of, you know, like when you throw out just a bunch of just unnamed like mercenaries and bandits and thugs, that people, they all kind of blend in. You gotta have, you know, you gotta have a gorgeous one every once in a
Just
while.
particular, not merely handsome, but gorgeous.
Like it is like world, like
My goodness, I've been struck by your beauty, sir.
yeah. If you saw
It's a real
this, dude,
shame to have to stab you in the collarbone.
you would think like this is some kind of like glamour magic or something. That's just how handsome he was born with. Well,
I'm sexy outlaw.
he's also very angry because now he's got stab wounds, bullet wounds, arrow wounds. So he is again just going to actually. He is going to take his action to disengage Sean Marston, because he is going to run over to the table that has the torch on it, and he's going to pick it up, and he is going to try to throw that torch behind the counter. And he actually got finally something above a 9, and is able to just pick it up quickly and chuck it behind the countertop. And now the fire is starting to so that table still has some fire on it, but doesn't look like that one's too concerning. What is concerning is the torch in front of the bar, and now there's a torch somewhere behind the bar where there's probably rags and alcohol. And since he disengaged, he is going to, with his bloody self, start to back up towards the door. He can't quite make it all the way to the door, but it looks like this dude's about to fucking run. The other one is going to, again, do that same dagger scimitar at Jambalaya. And with a dirty 20, and then a 25. But they ended up being the same amount of damage. They ended up both being 8s. So it's going to be 16 points of damage, Jambalaya, as he kind of carves into you and stabs into you.
All right, motherfucker.
Well, it's your turn now, Jambalaya.
All right, well, I really need to do a lot of damage to this guy, and I do only get 1 attack per round, so I'm going to spend one of my grit points.
Don't forget about your bees, too. I think we keep forgetting about your bees.
Well, I remembered about them, but I've only got 1 use because we ain't had a rest in a long time. I want to save it. This is the first encounter we've had. Because I specifically asked if we had enough time to have a rest in between last session and this one. You said no. I remember that.
Yeah, I didn't do a rest.
Is it short rest or long rest?
Long rest.
Oh, okay. No, we wouldn't have had enough time for a long rest. I was going to say, so could have done a short rest, yeah.
No problems. I'm going to spend anyway one of my them their grit points. Just mark it. So I'll get advantage to cancel out the disadvantage of firing into melee.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
And then I'll just take this single dice roll for whatever it's worth. A
Oh.
crit! Goddamn! When you really goddamn need it, it's there.
So I could scroll up, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 crits tonight out of like 12 rolls.
So I'm going to be rolling here my standard damage roll would just be 1d12 plus 3 plus 10 from using the sharpshooter feat. 1d12 plus
Jesus Christ.
3 plus 13. How do I modify a crit again? What am I doubling? Another d12.
Double all of your damage dice.
So it'd be 2d12.
Yeah.
2d12 plus 13 damage.
Ooh, 22 points of damage. Okay. That one is now looking worse than the other one that has been hit way more times.
I just shoot him right in the guts. I got this rifle just held up my hip. This massive high caliber ball just hits right in the old guts there. Enjoy that wound.
He's not looking very pleased with that either now.
That's your shit filling up your interior body cavity there. Just shot you in your guts.
And with that, Twang actually turns towards him. Ooh. Well, I did click the wrong thing. I accidentally clicked short sword instead of short bow, and it was a nat 1. But I'm gonna do short bow instead. Well, it was a 12, so still missed, but it wasn't quite a nat 1. He's gonna raise his little toy bow, let loose an arrow fly, and it's gonna just barely miss him, and it's not as effective as his first attack. But Silas, and then they're both now attacking the one not fleeing, because the other one fleeing, they've kind of just let him go. Wow. Another nat 20. So
we's all rolling fire tonight.
Yeah, so that is going to be 9 points of damage to the one that just got shot in the gut. And with that, he shoots him also in the gut, and it goes like through the hole you made and out the other side.
Oh man.
Yeah, and it smells god awful in here now.
Yeah, it smells like bile and shit and goddamn, I don't know. Burning things.
It does smell like burning things. Speaking of, at that moment, the bar explodes from behind the bar.
Fuck.
I don't think we've really determined exactly who's close to the bar. I don't think any of you are.
We was right by the door.
Yeah, we'll have Doc be by the bar because that will be fun, and we'll also have a Twang by the bar. So they both have to make a DC 14. Even with their pluses, neither of them would save for that. So they're both going to be knocked to the floor and take 7 points of fire damage as the bar explodes. And now there's like a big hole in the side of the building, and there's more fire and smoke everywhere. And with that, the two mercenaries that are up now, the two that threw the torches, are looking a little bit more shaken. And they both turn and start to run down the street. And they're going to be using their actions like dash and run. So I think, Sean Marston, we're up to you. There's just the one dude that you stabbed and shot a bunch who is fleeing but isn't quite out the door yet.
I'm shooting him in his spine.
In the
2
spine.
times.
Let's do it.
They're both going to be crits. Watch.
I bet at least one of them will be. 27. That's 27.
27.
Yeah, 27 is a
Which
crit.
is a crit.
It really
That's
is a crit. Holy shit. Whoa. So
13 damage.
roll one more d10. That's... Oh, the first one missed. Yeah. It was a 14 for the first shot. 7. 20 points.
Not bad.
Okay. Yep. Nope.
He did.
Not bad at all. You hit him right in the spine. It just instantly just drops to the floor. Like his legs just quit working and everything. Drops to the floor.
I feel kind of bad. He's really pretty.
That's another one shit his britches.
Yeah. He's very handsome and also very stinky.
Well,
That doesn't even make sense.
guess the fire's gonna take this one. See you later, fella. Enjoy that wound.
Yeah. At that, Sally says, "Well, they're gonna go straight to Brimmer. We gotta either cut them off, catch up to them, or follow them, and it's gonna be go time."
Well, if you all can pick yourselves up and get the fuck out of this here burning building, I guess I could try and snipe one of them.
Yeah, he turns and says, "Carissa, are you got this?" And he's like just motioning to all the fire. And she just gives a thumbs up. I guess. And she's getting...
There ain't no getting this. We're just gonna get the fuck out of here.
she's getting buckets of water with the other woman that was working there. And they're just like trying to go back and forth and douse as much as they can. But Twang and Doc and Silas are ready to follow if we're going.
All right. You two, halt in the name of the wilderness. And I'm going to spend another grit point to do a bullying shot to get advantage on intimidation. See if we can persuade them to stop. Also, that would be... Yeah, no, we'll just do that.
Halt in the name of the wilderness.
That's right, I'm Wilderness
16.
Ranger. 16? Yeah, that ain't good enough, I guess.
Let me see. I close out of the stats, but I'm gonna have him make wisdom saving rolls. Wait, I don't. Okay. also a 16 and a 17.
Oh,
Oh wow. Let's have one skid to a stop. Maybe not like, maybe just something in the back of their brain says, you were so authoritative about it, and they think like, oh shit, I gotta listen to this guy, and they do like dig their heels in and stop for a moment. The other one just keeps on running, and it's probably only like stopped for like 6 seconds or so before they realize like, I don't gotta stop for this fucking guy. And they start running again.
you son of a bitch. I almost had him, Sean. Almost.
So we'll say that one is like, I think mathematically D&D speed and shit, I think it would make sense that one would be like 40 feet in front of you. The other one would probably be a full 120 feet in front of you. There are some people on the streets that they're kind of, pushing to the side and brushing past. It seems like they're heading straight down this main street. And you can see at the end, like, it just far above the heads of everybody. And even though it's kind of crowded and your vision's kind of dim due to the smog, you can see this very large manor house at the very end of the street, probably like 1,000 feet away.
40 feet's still plenty of range for your pistols, right, Sean? I guess I'll try and take the farthest shot with the rifle, since they ain't gonna stop for an intimidating one. I don't know.
Try.
Try and shoot like Clint Eastwood, whoever that is. I hear he's a real good shot.
Who's that, man?
I don't know, but you want to be careful how you write his name, because it looked like someone else if you fudge the letters a little. So, how's the 21 on the furthest running away feather?
Yeah, I was thinking with all the bystanders and everything, I was thinking it would probably make sense for some disadvantage.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna hit them both.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He done.
Sean's rolls, I don't
Oh, that's
understand.
12.
Okay, so Sean Sean with his awesome rolls is going to let me see how much HP this thing has. Okay. Yeah, you hit this thing square in the back. Kind of lunges forward a little bit, but he just kind of throws his hand over the bullet wound and he keeps running. These things have a lot more.
Yeah, why are they? They're like bosses.
This. Oh well, that was the wrong thing. I just looked up. I looked up thug, which these are not thugs. Oh wait, how much damage you do? Oh no, you did kill that one. Never mind. These are notably weaker than thugs. I didn't realize that thugs were so hard in D&D. Yeah, that one's dead. The other one though, that is farther away, dips into an alley to the right.
Well, I don't know how much he wants a paycheck or whether he's going to go home to his mama.
Well, should we just...
The cat's out of the bag now, right? I mean...
Yeah, I think either way.
Hey, people of West Gulch, we're going to go fuck up Brimmer. It'd be nice if you guys just got involved in, maybe just have a little bit of an uprising. We found that, people enjoyed that in West Haller. Anybody?
Do a persuasion check.
Shouting out loud in the middle of the town. Come on, we're gonna go fuck up Brimmer.
Start doing some yeets.
That's fucking 12. Jesus Christ.
Okay.
We're all terrible today.
Not Sean.
No, I've got one crit, so to be fair.
You want me to try?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Give
Sean,
me a yell.
Sean can just do a yee
all I
to
do.
grant you
Assist me.
advantage. To grant you advantage on
Oh yeah,
life.
brother.
Wait, what am I rolling?
Well, we're gonna have you literally just yee, and Jambalaya will just get advantage on his.
Oh, okay.
Now, sir, we have not met before, and I understand that you are a natural citizen of this town. What do you think about my proposal? That's exactly right.
So, Drunda, you can roll one more.
Yeah.
12 honestly is not bad though. 12 alone is gonna get a few people on your side.
Come on, beyond 20. You can do it. I believe in you.
Wait, is it frozen?
14.
It's a
It did go up. It did go up with the yee. You got a few. You got another handful of people from Sean Morrison. They really like that noise.
Well, fellas, you like them kind of noises, you'll hear all kinds of exciting noises. You can come with us, we're gonna fuck up Brimmer, and you can just bring up any kind of weapons you might have. If you don't have a weapon, maybe just a big stick.
Yeah, you see a couple of them like reach down to the cobblestone, like pull out just like a big rock.
Hell yeah, half a brick, just smash some fucker's face in. That's exactly what you should do.
One of them throws their leg over one of those steam cycles, and then they just all start taking like torches off the wall, out of the wall brackets. They start like arming up. It seems like you got quite a few. Got a few queued up with you now.
All right, let's go. We're gonna fuck him up right in his goddamn asshole. I'm feeling kind of blue today, fella.
It's been a while. With that, we'll have you start to like get this march going down the street, down towards Brimmer's home. And as you're going, you're actually starting to pick up more and more support. People are starting to really kind of realize that, they see some friends and family members that are in this crowd, and they start to realize that you all will have the numbers to take down Clot Brimmer. By the time you finally get to his large manor house, somehow either you guys have just been kind of walking with your big crowd now, I'm assuming at least, but he's had
we've been hero walking at the head of this crowd.
You didn't just get the crowd and then take off running and leave the crowd behind.
Hey crowd, you need to stay like 10 feet back from us. We're the heroes and use the crowd, all right?
We need the glory of this. Well,
this is how it's gonna look.
When you get there, there are stairs leading up to this large manor house. Mm-hmm. And on the foot of the stairs, there are a few dozen guards, mercenaries that look much like the other mercenaries that you just fought. There's quite a squad awaiting you all. And at the top of the stairs, behind this row of, they look like priests. They're wearing like robes and stuff, and they've got this symbol of a train on their robes. They're black robes with a silver train on the chest of them, with their hoods up. They look creepy, not like peaceful priests. They look like cultist priest. So it's mercenaries and the priests, and then Brimmer is at the top of the stairs. And he's got a shaved head, scarred face. He looks much more like a mercenary than he does a politician or a governor of any sort. He's wearing this weird splint mail that has steam coming out of it. And he just looks at you from behind these ranks of mercenaries. And he says, "Well, now, I do see that you are harboring the criminals Silas, Doc, and Twang. You two fine cowboys. How about you turn those two over, and I'll give you, say, 250 gold pieces each?"
That's goddamn pocket change. We don't know which iron mine.
So that's a no then.
Let me just think about it. Actually, that just reminds me. Yeah, fuck you.
All right, then. You heard the man. And we'll roll initiative. This fight's going to be a little bit different. I'm really glad you got the crowd involved. Wow, I am rolling shit now. I got a 7 and a 5. Jambalaya got 8. Sean Marston got 19. Again, what the fuck is Sean doing? Yeah, this is going to be a weird one.
He's on them probability enhancing drugs.
Yeah. So what's gonna happen is with you two and Silas and Twang, Doc's there too, but Doc's in the background, leading the charge. First, a wave of mercenaries are gonna kind of like just rush you four, and then at that, the crowd's gonna kind of do like a wall of death where they just charge at each other. So there's gonna be townsfolk around you. They're gonna be fighting the other kind of groups of mercenaries, but they're definitely outnumbered, or not outnumbered. The mercenaries are outnumbered, but they are definitely out equipped and out trained. But for the moment, it's really gonna be you two, Twang, and Silas locked in with these 4 frontal guards that have confronted you 4. And with that, so Sean Marston, it's kind of a chaotic scene, but you can let me know whatever you would like to do.
I'm gonna scream out.
Yeah, he is.
Shoot. Let's see. Somebody twice. Closest person.
Okay, so one of the guards that rushed you. Let me look at what kind of stats these are even working with. They're called guards.
First one hit.
Did you roll
Second
another
one.
fucking natural? Okay. 21. Okay, let me get these things pulled up. I don't know if they're custom character. No, they are not custom. So this has a... Ooh. They're pretty
That's a crit
armored.
too, isn't it?
Let me see. Was that a crit? So it was a 21, but no, that's a 13. You rolled a 13, but then a plus 8.
Oh, yeah.
4 points of
Whoops.
damage. So you're gonna... Yeah, you shoot that one. He's still standing, but honestly, not by a lot. He's not liking that. I'm looking at the initiative. It looks like it's gonna... I think it's gonna be Jambalaya next.
All right. Well, in that case, first of all, as bonus action, I'm going to agitate my swarm of pocket wasps.
Okay.
But look lively, boys. We're going to have a real showdown. So I got magical wasps all buzzing around my rifle. And then I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on Brimmer.
Okay.
So that's that. That's all my spell slots used. And then I'm gonna shoot him with a rifle.
You're gonna shoot Brimmer with it?
Brimmer, yeah.
Okay.
What else have I got? Let me just look. 'Cause I think I can be even more devious and try and hit for as much damage as humanly possible. Yeah, all right. So I'm going to spend another grit point to get advantage on this shot. Okay, so I want advantage on this. Take the sharpshooter feat, so it'll be 1d20 plus 3. fuck. No, don't do this to me. All right, no, just give me a second. Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. I've got a lot of documents of stats and stuff I'm trying to figure out. So whatever can buy me a minute, I will take it.
So it's 18 to hit.
18 to hit Brimmer. That is actually what I was looking.
Well, it would be let me just double check. So I got advantage on that. Spent the point. So just see if I get a crit. Nope, but it's still a hit. So because I got the pocket wasps, that's a extra D6 damage. Because I got Hunter's Mark, that's another D6 damage. So I got 1d12 plus 2d6 plus 10 is 25 points of damage.
Shit. Wow. Yeah, you, as soon as you shoot that shot into him, you notice that armor he's wearing has a puff of steam go out, and kind of you don't even see him for a second before the steam recedes a little bit. But when it does recede, 25 points of damage in one shot, huh? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's still standing there now. He actually drops to the floor and lays down, kind of behind the group of priests and stuff back there.
Oh yeah. Also, because I hit him with my bees, my wasps, even I pull him 5 feet closer.
Oh, let's make that a little bit closer than 5 feet, just because the priests were like right in front of him. So it actually will pull him. The bees will lift him up a little bit and pull him in front of the group of the priest. So it went mercenaries, priest, and then him. The mercenaries have now mostly engaged in battle with you four and with the crowd around. So now it's pretty much Brimmer standing in front of the priest.
Cool.
And
how's your fancy armor doing there, boy?
Sorry.
And with that, is that steam like the magic blue smoke in electronics? Danny, that is straight some kind of weird steam armor. A lot of the gadgets in this town have been run by coal and wood and oil burning. And that seems like another gadget of Brimmer that he has designed. So I got a 7 and a 5. So we're gonna have the guards go, and we're just gonna do a quick and dirty where every guard's gonna attack one of you. Since it's 4 guards and 4 of you, I'm just gonna go ahead and go. We're gonna go Sean Marston, Jambalaya, Twang, and then Silas. So that is a 16, a 15, a 6, and a 4. So I think both of those hit, right? 16 and 15?
What?
16 to Sean Marston, 15 to Jambalaya.
15 does not hit me.
Okay, so Sean Marston, you did get hit?
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to be 6. He's got a spear that he's going to raise up, and as soon as he jabs it into you, you're going to take 6 points of piercing damage. But when the steam gets out, it stops working. Yes, if it actually ran all out of steam and whatever's powering it, it would definitely stop working. And the steam's not any... Well, they don't know exactly what the steam contraption is just yet, but I feel like they will soon find out, because it seems like this fight's going pretty well their way. Next up is Doc and Twang are going to Twing's engaged in combat with his. Doc's engaged with his. I think Doc's gonna kill his. Okay, so Docs is still alive. So they're both still alive. So Doc is currently firing his hip crossbows at his, while Twang has drawn his short sword and is kind of dueling with his guard. We will go back up to Sean Marston. So Sean Marston, it is actually since we have hit initiative 20 now, unless Sean Marston, was yours above a 20 your initiative? No, it's a 19. Because we have hit 20 initiative now, 4 of those priests are now going to come and also join the fray against you 4. So now it is, they're kind of teaming up 2 on each of you. So now you both have a priest and a guard surrounding you. But it's your turn, Sean Marston.
I'm going to shoot the guard and the priest nearest to me.
Okay.
Oh. Guard's going to get hit.
Well, if that guard gets hit, he's probably going to die, just so you know.
Well, it's 12 damage.
12. Oh, that's more health than he had. And your other gun, though, you hear a click, and your gun's gonna jam up on you.
Oh no.
So you shoot that guard dead, drops to the floor, and then your other gun, as soon as you pull the trigger, you can tell that it just jammed on you. And then I believe next up was Jambalaya.
Yeah, so I've got a priest and a guard up on me now.
Yeah, priest and a guard up on you, and now you can see, like, Brimmer is just, like, up on the stairs. We'll say he stood back up now, now that he had been pulled from up on the position that he was in. So he has stood back up now, but there's really no one up around him now that the fighting has spread so far and wide, and everybody's kind of entered the fray.
Is he how steep are these stairs?
They are, we'll say it's probably about 50 steps.
Really? And how close to the edge is he?
He is now about 25 steps up. Like, he was on the platform.
Oh, I see. So
and there was people.
He was descending the stairs.
Yeah, there was like people kind of scattered out down the stairs.
That's quite a lot of stairs, right?
That is a lot of stairs. Let's cut that down a little bit, because 50 stairs is really fucking big.
Well, that's high, but that's fine for my purposes, because I'll just Jambalaya takes all that in, squints a bit, and deigns to ignore the 2 people who've got up in his face, and has another pot shot at Brimmer.
Okay.
He's
already looking bad from that last shot.
Good.
He's more about armor than he is about health.
That's an 8. That's not very good.
That's not very good. That is
Do
not
I have
gonna
anything
hit.
that would give me advantage on that? No, I don't have any more grip.
Do you have
points.
any kind of inspiration or anything? I think I'm always really bad about inspiration.
Oh, I've got one more trick shot point. I didn't declare that. I was going to spend it in advance, but
That's fine.
I'll spend that then to get advantage on that attack.
It's boss fight time after 4 months. I'm cool to do whatever we need to.
Danny gave you an advantage too.
Oh,
Aw,
there
thank
you
you.
go. Why didn't that pop up? Yes.
So 20. So it's going to be another ridiculous one because it's bees and Hunter's Mark. So, and then 10.
Danny may have just, that's depending on, I mean, He's got a decent amount of health, but depending on how well you did from last time,
28.
28. Danny pretty much just killed this dude. What's that look like? Hold on, wait. Let me make sure he doesn't have any kind of like Nope. Nope. Okay. Yeah, what's that look like?
So as the second high caliber rifle slug hits his pressurized steam armor, it just erupts. The pressure just bursts, rips the armor, scale mail asunder, which just acts as shrapnel, and in a huge cloud of scalding steam and flying superheated metal, his torso is just blown completely off from his lower body, and also cooked to perfection.
At that, I like this because obviously that steam split mail obviously could have been picked up had it not been blown to pieces.
Oh, it looks doubly. Just one other thing, because the bees attacked, I pulled him 5 feet closer in the hope that making him fall down 25 stairs wouldn't do more damage. But because his upper body was just blown off, his legs just start like tumbling down the steps on their own with the force of the bees pulling them. So
a couple of things happen. Yeah, like I was saying, that armor obviously could have been picked up, but it honestly wouldn't have like really fit in with either of your guys' aesthetics. So I'm really glad that it actually did get blown up.
Yeah.
And also when he gets pulled down and his whole armor and body explode, it takes out a couple of the priests too that were still left kind of meandering about the bottom portion of the stairs. And at that explosion, like, it's so loud and like ear rupturing that all the fighting stops for at least just a moment to glance up and see Brimmer's smoking remains, and as if they were like under a spell or something, all of Brimmer's followers just start to glance around and immediately drop all weapons and just kind of raise their hands.
That's right.
Yeah, that's as if
That's
like
goddamn right. Javelin just looks at his rifle, then looks at the scattered remains of the guy. That's like, I only shot him twice. God damn, this is God damn. I don't quite believe it myself.
Hey man, can I touch that thing?
Well, well, later when there's not so many. Oh, you mean this? Yeah, of course you can. Have a good look. We'll have to see if Bellis just fix you up with one day.
So nice.
Happiness is a warm gun. I don't know who said that. I believe it was some kind of bug man or something.
So yeah, with that, what Brimmer's whole thing was supposed to be, that awesome split mail giving him a high armor class, but with your 2 above 20 rolls, that didn't really help much. So yeah, after everybody's like, the crowd is starting to surround some of the scragglers, some of the like the people who are fighting with Brimmer obviously have like tried to scatter and like go down alleyways and stuff. Those that know that they can't outrun who's surrounding them, the crowd has started to kind of like herd them together in a group. And Silas comes up to you two. Well, that was some good shooting right there. Me and Twang were doing super great with our guards. So I didn't even think to just attack Brimmer. Jambalaya, that was pretty good thinking.
Well, I figured he was like, you know what they say about like snakes. She killed a head and the body will die. And I mean, that is true, but a snake can still bite you after it's dead. But fortunately, I ain't never seen a snake that's been bloated by a steam engine before, so I guess that don't really apply in this case. I mean, his torso and his legs ain't attached no more, so I guess we won. Anyhow, what's next?
Well, what's next is I pay you both our agreed upon sum. I think it was
2,000 gold.
I don't think it was that much.
Well, it better be more than 500 because he offered us that and we turned it down.
It was 250. What? Yeah, it was 500 for both of us.
500
right?
total. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Double that.
I mean, 1,000 seems reasonable.
So I do believe he offered originally 200 each, which he'll do, but then the townsfolk have also been liberated now, and they are also going to scrounge up whatever they can and get us over that hump to do 1,000 gold reward total. So 500 each.
Yeah, I think that's fair. You know, we've just impoverished this town a little bit more.
Well, they
again,
do. It does seem like a few of the townsfolk are taking up residence in his house now. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you want to live in this fucking filth-encrusted shithole, then all power to you. Personally, I can't wait to see the back of the place. It's unnatural, and covered in filth and goddamn grime. It's worse than Saint Denis, Sean. At least in Saint Denis, you can see a lady blow out her butthole down a trombone.
I can't believe we took out. What town was that in Red Dead last time we played? We took everybody out.
It was Anusburg. We flew through it in the train and killed everybody.
It's just like this town.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well,
we gotta play that again.
Silas explains that well, we're gonna hang back here and just really make sure that we, none of Brimmer's, second in commands or anything take up hold in the town. So we're just gonna make sure that, we get an actual government reinstituted. The Wisp Gulch. I don't even remember the name. We rename it. Who knows?
Wisp Gulch. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like where we live in the weird Whisper Woods.
And speaking of,
going to say,
you guys are going to now have a lot of gold to upgrade your little weird shack thing.
Ain't nothing weird about it.
Except that one hallway.
That's perfectly fine. It's a design.
What are we making first?
Well,
I'll leave it up to you.
We're at 840.
I can't even remember what the fuck there is to do.
Yeah, we're at 840.
Find that Google Doc.
We'll give you guys 2 weeks to look at that Google Doc and see if you want to, because by the time you guys get back, you'll also have a little bit of witch iron money to collect.
See if we can get you some, both of us ideally, some better goddamn armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll probably do a shopping session next in 2 weeks.
That'd be nice.
Fun, yeah.
We'll have a nice little shopping session.
Hey, after 4 months. So, Jerome, do you got anything you want to talk about before we head out?
Just my elephant noise. You can.
That's all he wants to talk about, his elephant noise. He's been dying to show it off.
Practicing that terrible elephant noise. You can find me all over the network, mainly on here and on Dice Talk, which is on summer break, and also on Roll for Weird, on which I play Silas Lancaster, or what's the other one? Don Giovanni sometimes on some of the bonus episodes. I think that's it for now. NBA is going to come back at some point. Now that things have started to settle down a little bit domestically for everybody. I don't know. Am I on any of the shows? I don't think so.
I think that's it. Yeah, NBA should be back once I get my basement studio, because that one is an earlier weekday show, 5 to 7 on Mondays. And right now, where I'm streaming from, I am like right outside of the kind of hangout area of my kids, and at 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock they would be up just causing mayhem.
Those rambunctious boys.
So that's why until I get that basement studio done, most of our streams will be 7 o'clock or later when they're at least getting ready for bed. Sean, you got anything you want to talk about? You look like you're in a fucking shadow cave.
Nope.
Well, all I want to mention is
your upcoming album, judging by your background and I have
your
an upcoming
outfit.
album of
You look like Steve
extremely
Jobs.
depressing spoken words.
I took this picture.
Oh, did you? Oh, that's a nice Western picture.
It's a really cool picture.
I know, right?
How the
Yeah.
okay? Lean
You're
away.
gonna do a really depressing spoken word album though.
How do you think that fucking arch thing happened in nature?
It's water, dude. Rain and shit.
Erosion, yeah.
Yeah, but like, what's up with the rest of the shit? Why didn't the rest of the shit get
It wasn't strong.
it was probably thinner
Middle
there,
wasn't
right?
strong.
Well,
I don't
either
know.
way, what
I mean, this was
about,
all under the ocean too before. So, at some point.
we're about to record the
It's the
session
devil's
0.
butthole, Adam.
That does look like the devil's butthole right there. Bent over.
It's Goatsy in the desert.
So we're about to record session 0 for Halfway to Heroes Campaign 2. Super excited for that. We're probably going to be recording that here in like 20 minutes. And my wife just started video game streaming, twitch.tv/that_Brittany. But her name's spelled weird. Britany. I've never met another Brittany spelled it like that. So yeah. And yeah, we've got Doom Clock finally. I'm kind of worried about Doom Clock because we've had some cursed scheduling and some medical stuff has popped up.
Oh dear.
Yeah, and I'm actually kind of worried because we're supposed to do the debut episode finally next Friday. And I'm not super superstitious, but like I'm kind of worried about the cast and crew of that one on next Friday. I hope everyone's gonna stay healthy and we will be able to stream that. I'm very excited for that episode to come out.
Yeah, I hope everybody's okay.
And other than that, yeah, Halfway to Heroes is kind of on its in between campaign break, but it should be coming up here soon. And yeah, we'll see you all here in 2 weeks. We should be back on schedule now that we've got places to record and stuff. And the next stream we've got should be this coming Thursday. Yeah, solo rolling. So tune in for that. Thank you all for watching. And
We'll see you on down the trail.
yeah, bye everybody.